Hey guys, figured I'd start recording some of these. I'm going to show you my Lightsworn deck for this format. Pretty standard. I think it's at like 44 cards the way it is now, and I like how it's lower. So start off 3 JDs. Power of the deck. They're almost 100% necessary. You need at least 2. I like 3. After him, BLS. BLS is an amazing card. They brought it back for a reason. It's good to have in the deck. A nice special summon to bait out those warnings. 3 Raikou. This deck is still up for debate. I'm seriously considering possibly switching to 2 Raikous or 2 Wolves, but because there's things that I need in the deck that I have to get over. But you know, Raikou's standard, basic back row destruction. Don't really need that anymore. Or monster. 3 Wolves. It's good to have, you know, just in case, to get out of the special summoning, or to get a special summon on the field. It's good to have. Lila, back row destruction. These are almost necessary. I run 2 of them because I only have 1 Celestia in the deck now. 2 card troopers. These are almost essential to get over things like Thunder King or just things of that nature. I find myself running into Thunder King a lot. They're Thunder King killers, that and you get the draw off of them. Singles. Last format I had 2 Celestias in the deck, but I don't feel like I need them anymore, plus I needed space for, you know, other things. I'm still in the process of deciding what I'm going to do with the deck, so I mean, Garoth, you know, the mill, Celestia, sack for destruction. Lumina's a necessity. Erin's in there for the name. A lot of times she's just fodder. Jane is a really good card to have, especially since, you know, if you for some reason you run into like a dragon deck, this gets over Meru, which a lot of the other ones don't. So I'm considering putting another one of her in here just in case. Honest is essential. It's basically standard in the deck. Period. Darks. 2 Necro Gardener. It's at 2. Honestly, you need 2. It's a defense for the deck. Next up, 2 Trag. I'm considering taking out one of the Trags for another Jane because it's just, you don't need 2. The singles, Gores, Plague, and Chaos. I'm really considering putting another Chaos back in here. I ran 2 last format. I really need 2 this format, but I don't have the room right now. It's monsters. Spells and traps. 3 solar recharges. 3 reincarns. Standard recharge in any Lightsworn deck is 3. You know, it's that draw power in the deck. You almost need it. A lot of times you can find yourself milling them, but when you don't, it's a good first turn thing to have. You just ditch 1, you get your 2 recharged, and you mill 2. Reincarn, just in case JD gets engrave or BLS gets engrave. Anything big gets engrave and you need to pull it back. Single spells. Charge of Light Brigade. Essential. Heavy Storm. Essential. Foolish Burial. Essential. Dark Hole. Essential. Reborn. Essential. I mean, these are just standard Lightsworn standard, and these are just standard staples that are good in any and every deck. Last format I ran 2 Decrees. This format I'm running I'm actually running traps because with Oppression gone, I need something to stop special summons. I've got 1 Call, a Mirror Force, Beckoning, and Torrential, which are all good cards to have. And then special summon stoppers, or just summon stoppers in general, you know, Warning and Judgment. If I had another Warning, I'd have it in here too, but I don't. So, Synchros. I don't really side in the deck all that much, but I do sync every now and then with Plague. So, I mean, Mistworm, it's good for the return. Colossal, RDA. Not many warriors. I have, I think, 5 warriors now. That might go up if I add another Jane. RDA is just good for those stallers. Scrap Dragon, good to have, you know, if they've got defense that you can't seem to get around. I actually have 2 Stardust. Like I said, I usually only sync once per duel, but I mean, this extra deck is shared with other decks, so. Thought Ruler, Life Gain, Black Rose. Black Rose is specifically in the deck because I like to have that option to nuke before I drop a JD or anything else. You know, force them to negate it if they have to, and then you just special. 6 stars, Iron Chain and Gaia. Gaia Knight's just a Stardust killer. Iron Chain forces your opponent to mill. A lot of times they're not too happy about that. Catastor, standard reasons. Catastor is awesome. So I mean, that's the deck. You guys got any, anything that you might want to add or any suggestions? I am open to them. Like I said, the deck is in progress as it is. I had to make changes and I made cuts where I could. You notice I'm not running an Arcus. I really like Arcus. I think it's an amazing card, but I just didn't have room for it. So yeah, there you go.